Hi, my name is Vanessa Erner, and I can't believe I'm already shooting my final internship report. So, who is Vanessa Erner? I was born and raised in Wisconsin, and I always had this dream that I wanted to move out to the West Coast, specifically California, specifically San Diego. And I was going to be this awesome, independent businesswoman wearing pencil skirts and high heels into the office. I was going to just be strong. But the odds were really against me. Probably only 4 out of about 250 people in my graduating class left the Midwest or even really left Wisconsin. So the odds were against me. So I just had to be super self motivated, really persistent. I got really good grades. I got a good ACT score, and I applied to SDSU and I somehow got in. And I just took the plunge and decided to pack up all my stuff, and I moved across the country all alone. I didn't know a single person. So I got to San Diego State and I decided to become a marketing major. I used to be a biology major, but it just didn't fit me like marketing did. So I gained so many new experiences, and I gained so much more independence and confidence from moving out here and just being on my own. And I don't think I would have had any of the experiences I had here that I would have had in Wisconsin. I really came out of my shell. I became more sociable, and I just really like what I started turning into. Next, my motivation comes directly from my family and my parents and wanting to make them proud. They were always so supportive of me moving out here, leaving them. So I just always want to make them proud and realize that me moving out here was the right decision. And I'm independent. I'm very motivated to make them happy, and I want to just get a good job, and I just want to be independent. I'm also very motivated by other motivated people. That's why I joined the sorority that I did called Alpha Phi, and I found myself wanting to work extra hard because other girls in the house were doing awesome things and getting awesome jobs and internships. So it really pushed me to want to do those things as well. Kind of kicked me in the butt, and I'm so happy it did. So some of my values, growing up in the Midwest really instilled a lot of awesome values in me. I really respect timeliness and honesty and being a hard worker. My dad taught me that I'm not too good for any job out there. My first job was at his business, and it was just pulling weeds in the front and sweeping and mopping. I would do anything there. Any job was not below me. So my personality, I like to think of myself as being outgoing and fun, and I'm definitely an extrovert. I took a personality test, and I found out that I am a great amount extrovert and not as much of an introvert. I really like being with friends and meeting new friends and doing lots of fun stuff. I would way rather do that than be alone in my house and read a book. So definitely an extrovert. I am also a sensing personality, and I am a judging personality, and sensing, judging, feeling, and I'm an extrovert. Also, I am very artistic. I am sarcastic at times. I'm kind. I think a lot of people would say that I'm kind. I'm a really good listener. I don't always have to be the center of attention, even though I am an extrovert. I'm patient, and I am very selfless. So some of the industries that I have explored a little bit this semester are, well, definitely fashion. I've always been super interested in fashion ever since I saw The Devil Wears Prada. I just was so in awe of that industry and how fast-paced it was and how fun it was and how every single day going to work was different because trends change in the snap of a finger. So you really just have to be on the ball, and you have to be open and ready for things to just change underneath you. I'm also super interested in travel, so I would love to work in some sort of maybe travel company or abroad, something like that. It's always just been very fascinating to me. And then one industry that I've I've really just become aware of this semester was kind of the healthcare industry, specifically in genomics. I learned about genomics through a presenter in one of my classes in Marketing 373. A guy from a company called Illumina came in, and it's a genomics company, and they are focused on fragmenting DNA. So people have their DNA taken in lots of different ways, and they segment the DNA, and they can test it for all different things and see all different kind of like diseases and just like mutations. And there's just so much you can read from your DNA. That was just so fascinating to me, because I took an AP Bio class in high school, and I just always found that to be so cool, that there's so much you can learn from it. And I started off as a bio major, so I'd always wanted to find a way that I could maybe put both of those kind of passions of mine together. So a career in marketing in the genomics field would just be super cool to me. And lastly, no matter what industry I end up being in, I would love to be part of an industry that is focused around sustainability and making the world a better place than when we got here, and just ethical things, and just doing good for the world. So my internship this semester was at SDSU through the Fowler College of Business, and it was an absolute blast. Dr. Hunea was amazing, and my main project was really working on this big idea, the day in the life of an SDSU business student. And so throughout the semester, I worked on kind of creating this idea, and originally it was just a small idea. I thought it was just going to be one small thing we talked about, and it just has blossomed throughout the whole semester. And I got a lot of communication skills working directly with Dr. Honea and different leaders of different groups on campus. I was in contact with them. I really did an awesome independent business analysis. Recently, I came up with a business idea that I really want to pursue someday. So I took a lot of time to research that and figure out how I can make it a reality, because an idea is so small and there's so many steps that need to be taken before it's even something at all. So I really looked into like how to draft a business plan and the different types of like the traditional business plan and like the lean business plan write up. And I looked into like all about the NDAs and non-disclosure agreements, and how you really have to be careful with who you share your idea with, because other people can so easily take it. So I've just been really mindful of not telling anyone, even though I'm very excited about it and I want to tell everyone, but you just have to be very careful. And I know about having to make a prototype. That's a long time. But if I could just get together all these things on all these different components, I could have a really cool, like at least a pitch to give to someone. I don't know who yet, but I did more research, and there's lots of people with a lot of money who are excited about putting their money towards good ideas that I have. And lots of people, there's lots of them in San Diego, and there's lots of competitions, and anyone can apply to these, and the winner or a couple winners maybe get to pitch to a panel of investors and different people. And I learned that just because I have a good idea, I have no money, but that doesn't mean that it should stop me. And lastly, I really did a lot of research on the Adobe Pro package that SDSU is going to offer in the fall. So I really looked deeper into what all these different, subcategories within the Pro package can do, and really focusing on how each small component could benefit a student in a lot of the marketing classes. I know the Pro package has a lot of capabilities for recording and editing videos. And I wish I had known about it sooner because I'm doing a project in my Marketing 373 class that's integrated marketing communications. And it would be so awesome to have this Adobe Pro package because our whole project is recording a video and making it into like a commercial or advertisement. So yeah, that would have been awesome. And I found ways that we can share that with the students and show value to the package. So the key takeaways that I really got out of this internship were that I absolutely love social media. I grew up with social media. I really can hardly remember a time when there was not social media and the internet and just digital technology. So I feel super comfortable working with it. And I feel like I know the ins and outs that other generations just probably don't know because they did not grow up using it every single day like I did. So I definitely would love a career in the future with this emphasis on digital and technology-based marketing. I'm good at it, and it feels very natural, and that is where the traditional marketing is changing to the new marketing, and that's going to be heavily revolving around technology and social media and being able to keep up with the digital presence. I also found out that there are so many different resources at SDSU that I did not even realize. The Student Resource Center would help you out with anything. I had never been in there until this semester because a lot of the things I was doing required me to go in there. Like some of the events I went to, a lot of the people I had to talk to were in there. And it's really awesome to know because I have a year-long, I can go into the center and they'll help me for a year, which is really awesome because I'm going to be looking for jobs and like needing help if I ever need someone to look at my resume. Like, it's just an awesome tool and like resource to have because I'm feeling a little bit lost. So they're all willing to help, and that was just really opened my eyes. So last key takeaway was that one small idea can really blossom into something much larger. This just relates back to how I mentioned that it would be cool to Dr. Honea if we could have something for a day in the life. Because when I was applying to SDSU and didn't know what I wanted to do, like I was just I didn't have any resources like that. So to be able to show students before they get here what their academic career could look like doesn't make it so scary, when you know what to kind of expect. So we really took that idea and we ran with it all semester. And yeah, I think I have all these awesome events that I plotted out for next year. And I made all different hashtags and all these keywords. I made 2 standard kind of formats that people in the future who probably next year's interns can run with, so that there's some sort of standardization in the videos. It's not just them running free with a camera, that there's a sequence and it's easy to follow. So my dream job is one in social media, of course, preferably digital, and this relates to it. And I didn't even know what my dream job was, but I was just doing a little research, and one that just jumped out was the social media coordinator at Urban Outfitters. I love Urban Outfitters, and social media coordinator, I originally looked up social media manager, but it recruits. The social media coordinator reports directly to the social media manager. So my dream job would be being the coordinator and then maybe eventually being the manager. So it talked a lot about just like the different platforms that I would be using to reach people and generate excitement and awareness about Urban Outfitters, get people wanting to shop there and stop in. And this job had a lot to do with collaborating and working with a lot of different departments and lots of different people. And I'm an extrovert, so I love to do that. And I think I understand fashion and trends like that. So a social media job at a brand specifically in fashion that I love, I think I would be really awesome at. I'm a natural born leader, so if I could be a manager someday, like I would definitely thrive at that. So the future, it's a little scary for me, but I am applying to a job in Florence, Italy, actually. Um, I've always wanted to travel. I've always had this longing and this wanderlust to see the world, and so yeah, I'm applying to a job in Florence, Italy, and hopefully I get it. It would just be a semester. It would be from middle of August to middle of December, and I feel like I could just travel a little bit before I come back to San Diego and apply to more full-time, more stable jobs. In Italy, I would be selling weekend trips and like week-long trips to students who are studying abroad or just like people who are traveling. So I can use my sales experience and my passion for meeting new people and generating awareness through social media. That all is embodied in this job. So yeah, that's what I really want to do, and I really hope I get it. But maybe I'm going to go to graduate school. I don't know. I really don't know. But I've looked into graduate school, and I could study marketing, I could study fashion, I could study international business. All of those things just are so interesting to me. Maybe I could do entrepreneurship, something in that, because I have this business idea. But yeah, I guess we'll see. It's really up in the air right now. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for a fun semester. I feel like I got a lot of value from this class, a lot more than I do in some of my other classes, because I I boosted my resume, I networked a little, and I really let myself dive into this business opportunity and this business idea that I have. So it really relates to the real world when some of my other classes, like I'm probably never going to think about again. So this was just a very beneficial class, and I had a great time. I just want to say thank you and goodbye.